Hello parents and possibly students. I am going to show you where some different things are on the Homeschool Life website for connections so that if you're looking for these things, hopefully you'll be able to find them easier. I am logged in as someone who is both a parent and an instructor, so there are a couple things that may end up feeling different than what is on your page, parents, but I think it'll still work to show you. So up here at the top, a couple of really nice things we've got up here that will be relevant to you is classes. That's how you'll go and check out the classes that your student is in. And then profile. If you have a change of address, phone number, email address, you would go to profile and make those changes. I'm going to go to classes, and it defaults to the instructor view. So I'm going to use the parent view. I can also switch to see what each of my children sees when they log in. So I'm just going to point out the things that I think are helpful for you as a parent. Maybe the forums are, that is a way, I guess, to get to the forums to post something. But future classes would be all the classes that my kids are enrolled in. So that's a lot. Instructors would be a list of the instructors that they have with email addresses so that so that you can email them really easily right here. And then these two bottom boxes are empty at the moment, but if your teacher is using the feature of Homeschool Life for assignments and grades, those would show up down here. I don't know how many of them are using that because Teams is a better way to do assignments and grades for the most part, but that's there. We've also got the ability to view a grade report, which again I think only helps if the teacher's putting in grades. And we've got manage class registrations where you can probably drop or add registrations. So if I wanted to pick a class that, let's say, school started, I can click on a class and see details. Now there's no details yet, but when I as a teacher really want you as a parent to know something, I tend to post on the class forum as well as Teams to make sure that it gets seen. And so what I do is I add a thread to our class forum, and then it sends an email to you and your students, and that way you get whatever it is. So that's kind of helpful to know, I think, that you can then look back at those emails and on the forum here instead of having to keep track of where the actual message is in your email. And this is a really nice and helpful thing where we can just switch classes, that we don't have to go back and then find it in that list. We can just switch right here. Now let's look at the profile. Make sure these fields are updated, and then make sure that your primary email is actually an email that you check, because if teachers send a message to parents, it goes to the primary email. It might go to the secondary email too, but for sure it goes to the primary email. So here's a sentence that seems maybe important. If additional email addresses are entered above, should they also receive weekly email and forum notifications? So I said earlier I didn't know if the secondary email got the same emails as the primary email, and so they can if you've got this selected as yes. And then the username needs to be something that you'll remember, and the password needs to be something that you'll remember. Now, I often use the feature of web browsers that lets me save passwords. Would you believe that in the process of making this video, I somehow made it to where I can't log in with my saved username and password? Well, that's what happened. So if you have that happen to you, like when I press login, it suggests something, but when I say log in, it doesn't do anything. It says it's an incorrect password. So I'm going to forgot username, and hopefully this is the email address that's my primary. Says the information you requested has been emailed to you. Took it a little bit to show up. I found my username. That's step one. So now I'm gonna, oh wait, just forgot password. My username is my connections email. And so now I just wait for an email from Homeschool Life. And then whenever it does that and I log in, I'll go in and change the password to hopefully something I remember. Please help us to update our records. You'll be sent to edit my profile screen. I'm not actually sure if it's making me edit my profile because I changed my password or if it's doing it because something changed about profiles and so everybody's having to update their profile. But either way, I need to make sure to update my password. If it doesn't send you to edit your profile whenever you reset your password, you should definitely go and do that. And like I said, pick a password that you'll remember, hopefully. If you need help with Homeschool Life, you should send an email to help.registration@connectionsnw.org and they'll get back to you and try to help you as much as they can.